Tonight we're reviewing WWE Money in the Bank 2022, and I think I would rather have put my money in the bank than bought this pay-per-view, but thankfully now these are live premium events and you get them free on the networks essentially if you paid the $9.99. This wasn't a good show. This was far from a good show. I mean, who would buy WWE pay-per-views nowadays if they were still like costing you $24.99? I think the answer to that is fucking nobody. But yeah, late, very late. It's like 4:30 in the morning, so enjoy this. Appreciate the determination that I'm going through to get this review out to you. But we kick off the night with the women's Money in the Bank match. Not a good match at all. They used the ladder a lot in this match, and there was lots of botches, as you could expect. The women just aren't as good as the men, so I don't know why they need to do the same match types, try and do the same moves, try and pull off the same things that the men can pull off when they just can't do it. There was a spot in the match where they leaned the ladder up against the ropes, or against the turnbuckle. Shotzi Blackheart tried to run up it and she fell through the gap, and then Liv Morgan ran up it, or should I say kind of like walked up it really slowly and did this like really bad looking drop kick off the like third ring of the ladder. I mean, they're trying to perform moves that Shelton Benjamin can perform, but the problem is these women are not Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin could have done this shit in his sleep. These women suck, right? They don't have the athletic ability of a, let's say, Shelton Benjamin, but they're trying to pull off Shelton Benjamin-like manoeuvres. Doesn't make much sense. Raquel was dominating. The other women had to team up. She was like throwing them about left, right and centre, so they tried to team up to take her out of the equation. The numbers game eventually got the advantage on Raquel. Lots of boos for Lacey Evans in this match, and I'm not surprised. I think the segments and promos for Lacey Evans leading up to her pretty much being on SmackDown, they did come across very heel-like. Pretty much bragging about everything she's been through and everything she's overcome, and it felt like she was wanting sympathy, and then she's like, oh, stand up and give your appreciation to Lacey Evans. I mean, if a face would want to earn the appreciation, you can't just demand people stand up and give you it. So yeah, I don't think Lacey Evans is going to last long as a face. The crowd obviously don't like her. You may as well turn her heel. If they're going to boo her, you may as well turn her heel. Anyway, back to the match. There was this sunset flip powerbomb spot. You had Raquel on top of the ladder with Lacey Evans just underneath her, and then Liv Morgan climbed up the other side, done the sunset flip over Raquel, over the top of the ladder, and then powerbombed Lacey Evans to the floor. And this is a pretty cool spot, but again, it didn't look crisp, you know, it didn't look... I feel like if it was athletic guys doing this, it would have just looked fucking better, you know, it just would have been better. I mean, I think Shelton Benjamin, I don't want to keep going back to Shelton Benjamin, but this is the kind of manoeuvre that, you know, he would have pulled off and he would have made it look great. And it was still a cool spot, and I'm actually surprised Liv Morgan actually done it, but I mean, it did look a bit sloppy, but yeah, cool spot nonetheless. Fair play to her. On the outside, they spent about 5 minutes setting up this ladder across the announce table to the ring apron, just for Becky Lynch to do this stupid like spot where she climbed halfway up a ladder and then like jumped her ass first onto Asuka, and she didn't even go through the ladder. She just literally skimmed her. She skimmed fucking Asuka, then both women slid off the ladder, and it was, you know, 5 minutes of anticipation for a big spot, and you got this. It was, you know, very disappointing. And then in the end, Liv Morgan climbed up and grabbed the briefcase. Liv Morgan is Miss Money in the Bank. You know, good luck to Liv Morgan. I did not think Liv Morgan would win this, but she did, so what do I know? Honestly, I thought because she was winning on Raw and SmackDown, I thought she would have lost tonight, but nah, I guess they were booking her strong because they wanted her to win this match. Then we had a Rhodes injury update. I mean, yeah, the opening match was okay, by the way. It was very sloppy. There was lots of botches with the ladders and stuff like that, but I mean, for a women's Money in the Bank match, it was not bad. I'll give it not bad. Wasn't great, but yeah, no, probably seen worse. Right, then we get Cody Rhodes injury update. I think this is like the 4th time we've seen this. Right, we get it. Cody Rhodes is injured. He's going to be out for 9 months, but I think he'll be back before that. I think they'll be rushing him back for the Royal Rumble. We then had Theory versus Lashley. Decent match. Theory looked pretty good throughout the match. Kind of dominated Lashley. Late on, Theory actually hit a spear on Lashley, and it looked like he was going to beat Lashley with his own manoeuvre. but then he tried to connect with the A-Town Down, or whatever his finisher is, and Lashley sneaked out and managed to get him in the Hurt Lock, and Austin Theory tapped out. So new United States Champion Bobby Lashley. I mean, this guy should be going for the world titles, but like I said, I ranted on it earlier, there is no world titles available, so I guess the United States title is the best it gets for him. Then we have a Liv Morgan promo backstage. She said that she might cash in at Mania, but right now she just wants to celebrate. She doesn't know when she's going to cash in, so it was short and sweet. Pretty much sums up Liv Morgan, to be honest, short and sweet. But anytime she goes long in promos, they're not very good, so maybe this 30 seconds max is a good thing for her. Then we had Carmella versus Bianca Belair. Raw Women's title. What can you say about this match? We all knew Belair was going to win. It was meh, you know. Fucking borderline watchable. Carmella slaps Bianca. Bianca slaps her back, then hits her with a KOD. Looked a bit botchy as well, almost like she dropped her on her head. So, yeah, I just do not like Bianca Belair, but unfortunately, still the champion, but we knew she was going to be champion. Then we get a backstage segment with Alexa Bliss walking in to her locker room. Lily's in there, and Lily's bought like a load of shit. Alexa Bliss is like angry. How did you afford all this? Then she checks Lily's purse, and she pulls out like this WWE fucking credit card. And then, so it's like kind of promoting like the new WWE credit card that you can buy. I get the point of it, but I think they tried to make this come across as funny, because then Bliss said, "Oh, Lily got a present for me," and she opened it up, and it was like a wee tiny pair of like roller skates that would fit Lily but not fit Alexa Bliss. And then Alexa Bliss says to her, "Next time you get a gift, you should probably ask my size first." I mean, I think they were trying to get this to be funny, but honestly, I mean, it fucking was not. And what size? What fucking shoe size? What about you take your bra off and we can buy you a bra or something? We'll see your bra size. I think that would work for most of us. I don't know. I just feel like I could have done something better here than fucking just looking at the wee present and going, "Oh, you should have asked my size." I mean, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it, but maybe people did. I didn't. What else did we have? Tag team title match. This was great, I'm not going to lie, this was really good. Usos versus the Street Profits. Genuinely thought the Street Profits were going to win the night. I didn't before the match started, but the longer the match went on, I thought, you know what? Street Profits are actually got a good chance here, but in the end, the Usos won. Bit of controversy. Montez's Ford's arm was up even before the ref counted 1. His shoulder was like fucking 10 feet in the air. So, is this going to lead to a rematch? Maybe at SummerSlam, maybe on SmackDown, maybe on Raw. I'm assuming so, because the Street Profits got screwed tonight. We then had a promo with like a lot of fire and stuff like this. There was a gold medal in it. There was a Latino Heat license plate. There was a pair of sunglasses as well. I mean, this looks like a vignette for Edge coming back. That's what I think. Some people are getting excited thinking Bray Wyatt's coming back. But for me, this looks like Edge. Maybe Edge is going to the Brood. Maybe Edge is going to the dark side to try and get revenge on Judgment Day. That's what I'm assuming. Then we get Ronda Rousey versus Natalya. The match wasn't that bad, but it seemed to end abruptly. Natalya and Ronda Rousey were countering each other, trying to lock in the sharpshooter, trying to lock in the ankle lock. Eventually, Ronda Rousey countered the sharpshooter into the ankle lock, the armbar. And while Natalya was like standing, she was like in the armbar but standing, she tapped it. So I thought it was a pretty quick finish. I don't know if there was something up with that. And then out of nowhere, Liv Morgan comes out. Liv Morgan's music plays, cashes in the Money in the Bank. She goes to kick Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey gets her in the ankle lock, and I could have swore Ronda Rousey was going to make her tap out and have her lose the Money in the Bank, but then Liv Morgan kicked Ronda Rousey's bad ankle and rolled her up for a 3 count. Liv Morgan won. Ronda Rousey got the belt, passed her the belt, raised her hand up. Liv Morgan celebrated. The crowd were going mental. I just think Liv Morgan's overrated. I don't get it. Apart from the fact she's super hot, I don't really think she offers that much. I mean, she's not bad in the ring, but she's fucking horrendous on the microphone. And, I mean, most people in the company are not bad in the ring, so I don't think that makes her anything special. But here, Liv Morgan, your new SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm pretty sure people will get bored there after like 6 weeks, so whatever. Right, then we go, let's see, moving in to the main event, men's Money in the Bank. The 7 men are in the ring. Adam Pearce comes out on stage and he says it's Las Vegas. Things get bigger in Las Vegas. He's going to raise the 7 men and he's going to make it 8. And at this stage, you're thinking, wow, we're going to get a return. We're getting an epic return. Who's coming back? And we get Austin Theory. Fucking hell. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the big names that could have been added to this match, and Austin Theory gets put in. Jesus Christ. Commentary team refer to the fact that it's probably McMahon putting Pearce up to this. Almost dominated the beginning of the match. Then the team up to take Almost down. Theory keeps trying to run up and grab the briefcase when no one's looking, trying to be a weasel, even though he already had one weasel in the match in Sami Zayn. Late on in the match, 6 men, all 6 men apart from Theory, they grab Almost on the outside and get him up, and they like lift him up into like a military press slam position. All 6 of them, and then they just toss him into the announce table. It was pretty cool. Then we had Riddle and Rollins fighting on top of the ladder. Big super RKO from Rollins, from Riddle to Rollins. Showing signs of Randy Orton, I guess, there. Paying homage to Randy Orton. And then in the end, it was Riddle about to grab the briefcase. Austin Theory gets up, kind of punches, gets in a fist fight with Riddle, and eventually just pushes Riddle off. And Austin Theory lifts his hands up in the air, grabs the briefcase, pulls it down, and he's your new Money in the Bank champion, Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Hey guys, you know what, man, it is fucking 4:30 here, so yeah, I'm botching my lines here and fucking slurring my words, but tired as fuck. Doing this review on about 4 hours sleep, and I've been up about, what, 20 hours, so yeah, nah, overall, the men's match was okay. I mean, there were some cool spots in it, but again, it wasn't great. I mean, this pay-per-view for me was disappointing. Liv Morgan, already, she wins the briefcase and then wins the title on the same night. We've seen this done before too many times. Austin Theory holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, really. I mean, I don't think that was a good option. Yeah, no, a bit disappointed with this tonight. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was just kind of hoping for a bit better than this. I'm going to give Money in the Bank, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. The Money in the Bank matches were okay, but they weren't special. Tag match was really good. And, yeah, I mean, Natalya, Ronda Rousey was alright. Theory, Lashley was alright. Yeah, that's it, guys. 5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought down below. Till next time. Peace.